Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Yes. What's your name?
I'm Jess.
Oh, Jess. We're with Jess today, and Jess, you are
I'm a debating coach at James Ruse.
debating coach with James Ruse. So, what are your advice for being a good debater?
I think the main thing about being a good debater is learning how to argue your logic correctly.
Yeah,
It's something that comes up a lot throughout English as well, English and history exams.
yeah.
Learning to step through arguments, prove why arguments are correct. It's a big part of how you win debating. It's a big part of how you win the HSC as well.
Okay. So, how do you advise students to be under stress in the debating?
I think the main thing with handling stress is keeping it all in perspective. I think
Yeah,
that's a big thing, especially with my HSC, something that I found really
yeah,
important. And as well, remembering that if you've practiced hard enough and if you've prepared hard enough, then nothing should be beyond you or above you.
yeah. So, what are the study strategies? Like, what are the tools that you use to study?
Generally, when it comes to studying, for me, I like having a really condensed set of notes that I can memorize and go off of.
Yeah.
I find practice for me is a really big thing, and how I learn a lot of my concepts.
Okay. So, what is the difference between a debate and a public speaking?
It's actually a lot. It's a lot more than people realize.
Yeah,
So debating is not really about manner, about how you present yourself. It's
yeah,
mainly about your arguments and how correct they are.
yeah.
So with debating, both sides are technically correct. So your
Yeah.
job is to prove your side better than the other.
Right.
Whereas for public speaking, it's more like expressing an idea or talking about a concept. And so people care a lot more about how you present yourself and what you look like and what you sound like compared to how much you're saying or the value out of what you're saying.
Right. Are you having fun coaching in one of the best schools, James Ruse?
Yeah, I coach here and at Sydney Boys as well. And so
Coach here at Sydney Boys as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I've done that for about 2 years now. And there's like such incredible students. They're so clever and so kind. And they're just so hungry for knowledge, which I
How
think
do
is
you
really
how do you be
lovely.
competitive, be a teacher and still being very competitive in front of the best
Um,
students?
I think in terms of like what makes a good coach, if you
Yeah,
will, in order to then be competitive,
yeah,
a big part is like having camaraderie with the students.
yeah,
That you're not a teacher to them, but you're also not another student. There's kind of a weird in between that you sit with as a
yeah,
debating coach.
yeah.
And so learning their trust and being able to teach in a way that's interesting to them and learn to present very difficult content in a way that is manageable and bite-sized for a high school student is, I think, a big thing.
So you keep learning.
Yeah, absolutely. I debate myself as well with my uni, like debating as well, and that helps me then become a better coach for the students.
So you always challenge yourself to be better and better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think any kind of teacher or professional in any sort of role, in order to get better and better, you kind of have to throw yourself into the ring a lot of the time.
Yeah. So what tools you are using to make yourself better?
I think as a debater,
Yeah.
I think the main thing is increasing my knowledge capacity and also practice. So it's the same with my academics, weirdly enough, where it's like the more I practice, the better I
What kind of
feel.
knowledge are you talking about?
Often it's just like general knowledge about the world. So like things like reading the news super widely, understanding really difficult concepts. I major in finance and banking at uni, so for me, economics is things I know a lot about, but law and international politics I know less about. So learning about that is really important.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no
Thanks for
problem.
sharing. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you.